Hello again and welcome back to the Little Melter channel, whereas we're going to have a look at DEWALT's 12 volt new brushless impact, which serial number is DEWALT DCF801, along with MILWAUKEE's M12 FID GEN2 impact, which did arrive earlier today. To make this fair, we're going to run them on 2 amp batteries, even though I have 3 amp batteries for the DEWALT, which that's the new ones, but unfortunately I only have 2 amp batteries for the MILWAUKEE, so I'm making it fair for the impacts anyway. Now I think we should go over some of the specs now on these impacts. The MILWAUKEE up first spins at 1300 in first, in second spins at 2400, in third 3300 RPM, and in tap mode it spins at 3300, giving a total of 400 impacts per minute. In Newton meters it has 147. DEWALT in precision mode spins at 950 RPM, low mode 1950, high mode 2850, impacts per minute 3600, delivering a total of 163 Newton meters. But I can give you this one in inch pounds, which is 1450. Now, sparing no expense on this video, I went out and I bought some brand new DEWALT bits, as I managed to break my legendary 32mm bit. So anyway, I've got a brand new one now. So it's all brand new. Let's get it open. Yeah. I don't like doing that, I've jammed it up. I know. Plus, was it flush? Right. Well, there was no frustration there to getting it open. That's all I was trying to say. Now, these lovely machines should be able, no problem at all, to do a 20mm hole with flat bit. Okay. Now, battery's full on this. We're in 3rd speed. And the DEWALT has no battery gauge on it, so you'll just have to take my word for it that it is actually filled. So we'll go in, but here should do it. Okay. Okay. Okay, that means DEWALT next. High speed, no battery gauge. It is definitely a 2 amp battery though. I don't know if you can see that though. There you are. So off we go. Did I miss everything? Up there, yes. Here we go. Well, as you can clearly see, he seemed to struggle doing that test. Well, we'll just move to 22mm now. Don't know if you can see that. Because 22mm is a standard pipe size in Britain. We'll go in about here. Must admit the Milwaukee struggled a little bit there. Let's see how the DEWALT does. The DEWALT with a brand new 22mm bit, and it is brand new as well. Smell a bit of grease or something on myself. There we go. Go here. Do I hit something down there? Well, so much for all this power that this thing's got. Yeah, it's struggling. Nope, it's not going to do it, and I can't see any nuts down there either. Well, epic fail. You want to know what else is funny about that test? The DEWALT is absolutely quite hot on there. The Milwaukee just so slightly warm, like it's been in somebody's hand. That is actually quite warm. We might end up with another smoking DEWALT. This next test is a speed test and controllability test for me to see whether or not you can actually control the impacts. Some impacts are just so fast you end up burying the screws. So what I'm doing is I'm using a 4x50 or 8 gauge by 2 inch Spax screw. The reason why I'm using a Spax screw is because standard bits, T20 bits when you put them in, that's from Milwaukee, Bosch, Makita, although the Makita double-ended ones, they're quite good. They kind of wobble about a bit. But if you use a Spax screw with the Spax bit, I can even tell you what the name of the system's called now, T-Star Plus, they don't wobble about. You can't get them to wobble. You can still calm out if you don't put them in right in the first place, which happened to me on the last time when I was doing the last Milwaukee impact. But you see, this doesn't happen, and the reason why it doesn't happen is, which I'll show you maybe later, on the end of Spax bits they have a pimple, which inside the screw head is the dimple, and when they go in they match up and they do not move. You see, hence why it's called T-Star Plus, the system. Milwaukee up first. Oops, buried that. Oh, okay then. Up next, DEWALT. Right, DEWALT now. Yeah, DEWALT is a lot slower than the Milwaukee. Still buried that one a little bit. I'll be in for a closer look now. On this side was the Milwaukee. You can see that I actually buried two. And of course if you look here on the DEWALT side, it is actually better. But the DEWALT is definitely a lot slower than what the Milwaukee is. This is why I use thinner screws. And if you look over here, that was my early attempt with the last two impacts, which that was the Milwaukee, the old Milwaukee, and that was the old Makita there, you see, and that was a DEWALT. I did that one short, I came off too quick. So you can see, I would say the DEWALT definitely has a little bit better controllability, but once you get used to the Milwaukee, you'll be okay with it. Well, we've had this test, on to the next test. Now we come to the favourite part of my test. Exactly, no it's not. This is the one I actually hate this, believe it or not. This is when it all goes wrong. Luckily this time I only have to do it once, not unless it all goes completely wrong. Okay, the screws are Turbo 2, they got T30 head, they are 6 by 100 mil or 12 gauge by 4 inch. They have all fancy dancy cutting bits and everything on them. So I wonder how many blooper outtakes I'm going to get this time. Yeah, we're all going forward, here goes. Now, what I'm going to do is, with the chalk, the ones I've just put in, chalk mark, and chalk mark. Those are the ones that just went in. The ones for the previous attempts, they're also there. As we can clearly see, very, very, very impressive, isn't it? The chalk lines there are the ones I've just done. You see? That's the DEWALT, that's the DEWALT, and that's the DEWALT. There's the Milwaukee, Milwaukee, Milwaukee. Previous Milwaukee, previous Milwaukee, previous. That was the Makita, and that was the Makita there. So now we know we've got an average. Yeah, that's a bad average for that one. Now, I've reduced the size of the actual diameter of the screws. These are actually 5 by 100 or 10 gauge by 4 inch. These screws are nothing special, they're just normal everyday common garden screws. And let's see if we get a difference this time. We're going in the right direction. Who knows, we might get some bloopers because we've had none yet. Nope. Well, DEWALT can't say I used too thick a screw. Oh, kind of buried that one a little bit. Never mind. Now, you gotta be pretty useless to be this bad, I'm telling you. I admit, I slightly overburied that with the Milwaukee, true. But if you look, and they're only 5 mil or 10 gauge diameter. I mean, how bad do you want this? That's pretty bad. I must admit, I am very, very disappointed, to be honest with you. With a temporal disaster, I broke the chuck. That's the problem with impacts. Chucks don't exactly work in them. So we've had to revert to the Bosch bit. You know the bits, what they are. Okay. Then let's get started. DEWALT next. You know, in a way, I think the DEWALT might have actually won that, because I think it won it the last time as well. I'm pretty sure it did. But at the end of this, you can make your own mind up. I've made sure the microphone stand isn't actually touching anything this time. Okay, P mode now on this thing, and then we'll try tap mode on the Milwaukee. To start with, how do you get in? Pull the trigger, you push that and it goes straight in there. How you get low, that's high, and back into precision mode, which is precision mode. We just got P mode. So let's get on. Now there has been complaints about this, that it doesn't always work. It's got an electronic clutch and it seems to stick and not got any hammer action. So the idea is, you push it in, screw it in like this, and then it pauses for a bit, and then it hits hammer action. Watch. Oh, did it again. You see that? It's supposed to hit hammer, and this has been one of the complaints. So I'm going to up it now to 3.5 by 25. No, it did this the other day, and it's doing it again. It's completely failed at that as well. So we've jumped now to 4 by 40. Let's see. Oh, there's it. Take that off. Start again. Nope, nothing. No idea why it does this. We'll go back to 3.5 by 16. The last time I tried this, I did actually activate. It's supposed to hit hammer action. It's not hitting hammer action. This is turning into a disaster. I'm going to see if I can try getting it work off camera. I've given up. I just couldn't get it to work, so I'm going for Milwaukee's tap mode. How do you get this on? Pull the trigger, you push it for third, it goes into tap mode. It's that symbol there. You push it again, I'll get up to first, push it again, second, third, and back into tap mode. So let's get on with it. So just try a little one first. Chance that it might rip his head off, but well, so what? Here goes. Perfect. Must admit, a bit violent. We'll try a slightly bigger one this time. Give it more of a chance. Oh. Actually, lights are flashing. Don't know if you could actually see that. Don't know what went wrong there. Let's see. No, lights are flashing again. Weird, to say the least. Stuck that on too. Strange. Very strange. There's enough power in it, so I'll try another small one. No, it works, I suppose. But didn't see what worked with the big one. I'll try one of the bigger ones again. Yeah, like it's jamming on there. That is working, so that's good enough for me. After all them years of waiting for them to finally bring out a decent brushless 12-volt system, and this is the impact we get. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, DEWALT was owned by Stanley, and Stanley's running the show. I mean, this is a bad name for DEWALT. Never mind the fact is, it shouldn't be DEWALT, it should actually be Stanley, because they're responsible for them. And to bring out something like this, I don't know what's going on. That is just ridiculous. And as I've already said, I've got a funny feeling this is why you can't find it in Britain, because they've realised it's no good. Did they not realise that before they actually made the thing and brought it out, to say it's got that much power? No way, that's not got that much power in it. At least Milwaukee has the common decency to listen to the customer base, to what they want. And I must admit, I am impressed with this impact. In fact, I can't wait to actually get the M12 Milwaukee Surge, because that is what I want. And if this is what it's got to be like and feel like in the hand, brilliant. This is what I've been wanting for a long time. Something smaller, lighter, that you can throw around, stick it in a bag, and take it with you all the time. Brilliant. This Precision mode didn't even work correctly on it. You've seen it here. I mean, this has got to make a nice little ornament to stick up beside all the rest of the DEWALTs up there. Because basically speaking, that's all it is. You could use it as a paperweight. In fact, it might be better if you used it as a paperweight, to be honest with you. It might remind you on just on how useless this is and what a waste of money. The only thing I suppose you could maybe say actually did good on was putting that masonry bit in, and maybe on controllability, yeah, okay, but the point is this, it's not any power, and I'm pretty sure I'll get used to the power of this and the speed, but we usually use the MILWAUKEE Surge anyway, so I mean these are only just backups, just for quick fixes. Anyway, I'm saying no more. It's got to be hitting America pretty darn well soon. So as far as I'm concerned, you've had a first look at it here, you've seen me test it out. You can all go out there and test it for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure you're going to end up coming up with the same result as what I've come up with. Thank you very much for watching, and now I'm going to get off now. Okay, bye.